Hi there, and welcome back this week to the Frank and Valerie show, where we hope to answer all your golf equipment questions. First up, we had a question from John, who's basically switched driver. Frank, he switched from a 983K to an FT5, and he's experiencing a few problems with it and was looking for your input.
Yeah, John, I believe that you're having a problem with the club. You're a victim of the launch monster. And they've suggested that you use an 11-degree lofted club when you have a 90-mile-an-hour club head speed. Well, I don't know that that is correct. If your launch conditions are about 13 degrees, that's what you try to achieve, and about 2,300 to 2,500 RPM, that's what you should be looking for. However, the big club that you have is a 460cc. Here is a 460cc driver head, and here is the, it's not the one that you have, and here is the 983K, which is about maybe 100 cc smaller. The problem is with the bigger heads is that they not only are larger, the center of gravity is moved a little away from the shaft axis, but at the same time they have a higher moment of inertia, so it's a little more difficult to get it around. And I've had numerous of our visitors coming to me and suggesting that they're having the same problem. They are leaving the big heads out, and they have to start fighting them before they can get around. I personally have had the same problem. Now, there's nothing wrong with your 983K. As a matter of fact, I really believe that the future clubs are going to be less than 400 cc's, or right in about the 400 cc mark, about 5,000 grams centimeters squared on the moment of inertia, and I believe that they're going to be about 44 to 45 and a half inch driver. So we need to decrease the length of the driver. You don't have to go up as high as it is. It's just got inherent problems with them, and people are not really enjoying them as much as they expected.
Yeah, I suppose the only advantage is, you know, the massive head size. When you look down, you think, I can't possibly mishit this.
Well, as I mentioned, the 983 is a very good club, and we really don't have to go anything bigger than that.
Yeah. The second question this week was from Marv. Marv wanted to find out, you know, the most effective way to measure the loft on his wedges.
Well, Marv, I do happen to have a wedge here. Now, you know, if you don't have a measuring device, a loft measuring device, then it's very difficult to make the measurement very accurately. However, let's assume that you don't have a measuring device. What you really need to do is take the club, get it in its normal address position, so that the grooves are horizontal and the shaft is in the vertical plane. Now, once you've done that, once you've got it in that particular position, then get a protractor and measure the plane at 90 degrees to the grooves, and measure the vertical angle between that and the plane of the face. That'll give you a very good idea of what the loft of the club is. Remember, vertical plane the shaft, normal address position, grooves horizontal, and measure the angle against the vertical, and that'll give you your loft.
We tried it here, and it does work. Even I was able to do it. I mean, I would be the first person to take it to my custom club maker.
Right. Right.
So, well, that's it for this week. We would like to thank all of you who responded to our inquiry about our Dear Frank Club and gave us some great valuable feedback on the website. Thank you for that. And one of the exciting new features we're thinking of adding to the site based on your feedback was a session where Frank basically sits and answers questions live through the internet to you. So drop us an email, click the link below, and let us know what you think of that, because it's a good opportunity for you to ask your questions.
Yeah, I think you should describe it. Basically, what would happen would be I'd be sitting in front of the camera live, and we'd be doing it at a certain time of the evening, which is the most appropriate. We hope somewhere about 7 o'clock. And give us a feedback on the time that you'd like to have it. And you can tune in and email us your questions. We'll do whatever we can to answer. Valerie will be picking up the question. But,
yeah.
but it sounds exciting, and we really would like your feedback on that.